it's actually really good. I should be really happy. I've lost 16 pounds in 23 days.
I started 25 days ago, and I've lost 32 pounds in that time.
I have lost 20 pounds.
Right now, I'm on 500 calories a day. I eat 500 calories a day, and I'm amazed I have this energy all the way through the night. I don't feel like I'm on the diet that I started out the first 2 weeks on. I don't feel like I'm on a diet. And I don't feel like I'm robbing myself of food. I don't feel like, oh, I have to have that chocolate cake. I don't care. I can't believe I'm saying that. I'm sure when I get off the diet, I'll care. I'll let myself have that cake here and there, but with moderation.
But I can feel the fat falling off, you know, if you will. It's just that things are shifting and I look different and my clothes are fitting differently and I'm wearing clothes I haven't worn in a long time. And people are out of control wondering what I am doing.
Since I've started, I've lost about 1.5 pounds a day. Each day I look forward to stepping onto the scale to see how much I've lost, you know, from the day before. So it's been exciting to see me drop every day.
What is so amazing that I have to tell you is that my cholesterol was totally out of control, and I just had another blood test after 4 weeks, and all my cholesterol levels are within normal range. It makes me want to cry, and honestly, it's so exciting because, and do you need to turn off the machine until I stop crying? Anyway, my mom had a heart attack at 57, and so did my sister, and I'm gonna be 57. And I really wanted to avoid that. And it was because of the cholesterol. And so I feel really good about that. Sorry.
As I started this, I was very skeptical. I wasn't sure if I was going to lose. They said 1 pound a day. Again, I've lost 1.5 pounds a day, roughly. That's been great. And yeah, I was skeptical. I've tried many things, liquid diets, pills, fads, you name it, I've tried it all. And I just felt this was my time to make a chance, to make a difference, and to take a chance. And yeah, my skepticism was high, but it's been totally wiped away.
If you're joining us right now, I have Dr. Moore and Dr. Jones in studio today, taking a group of people through their breakthrough HCG weight loss program, where previous patients have lost 40 pounds in just 40 days. So far, it is halfway through the program for the 4 people we are following, so about 20 days in. And they have lost a staggering combined weight of nearly 80 pounds. Now, is that typical?
Actually, it's very typical of what we see all the time.
We do see approximately 1 pound of fat per day. We do see a difference though in men and women. And in the men, we see at least 1 pound to 1.5 pounds a day for the most part, and that's very expected. In women, a little bit less than that. I know that doesn't make you happy.
No, thanks a lot. Why is it that women don't lose weight as fast?
Number one, men have more muscle on their body, and muscle burns fat, so women have less. Also, women fight a hormone called estrogen, which is lipogenic. It causes more fat on the body. So men will lose a little bit more on the average than women.
So what makes this HCG program any different than all those other weight loss programs out there that guarantee big results?
Well, it's not just a weight loss program. It's a combination of a number of factors. We don't just bring somebody in and get you to lose the weight and then kick you out the door. It's more, there's more to it than that. It's a program.
You know, we're really interested in making sure, number one, that you lose the fat off your body, but number two, keeping it off, and that's a whole nother issue, and that's where we specialize, is because there's lots of HCG programs out there, but they don't carry it far enough. They get the weight off, but we want to keep it off, and that's what we teach our patients how to do. And a lot of it's hormonal. Like if somebody has a low thyroid, they'll still lose the weight on HCG, but after they get off the HCG, they're sitting there, hey, I lost 40 pounds in 40 days. But then all of a sudden, if they've got that low thyroid, a slow metabolism, it's going to creep back. We don't want that to happen. So we test their blood, we look at things like that, and we want to say, we want permanent weight loss.
Dr. Moore, Dr. Jones, this is so fascinating. Can you tell me the secret of how HCG works?
We're getting somebody to live off their fat while they're on this. They're burning the fat. That's why so many people say to us, gee, while I was on the program, I had so much energy. Well, when you're burning 4,000 calories of fat every day, that's a lot of energy.
Wait a minute. You're saying people are burning 4,000 calories a day?
Absolutely. That's part of the diet. Is the HCG will stimulate your body to burn 4,000 calories of fat per day.
When people are dropping up to 40 pounds in just 40 days, that's so quick. Is it healthy for the body?
The fallacy that you can't lose weight that quickly is just that. It's a fallacy, it's a myth. When you have excess weight in the form of fat, there's no limit really to how quickly you can lose it.
Now, if you were losing muscle, that's a whole different thing. You don't want to lose muscle, and there's been diets in the past where people died because they were losing too much muscle, even heart muscle, so they had heart attacks. HCG, you don't lose muscle, you just lose fat.
Based off the claims that you guys are making, anyone can do this program and they will lose weight. That's what you're saying.
If we could guarantee that a patient is going to do exactly what we tell them to on the program, we'd guarantee them. But we can't always guarantee that they're going to follow the diet exactly and do exactly as we tell them. But frankly, we'd love to be able to say, we guarantee you'll lose the fat off your body.
When we first started this, when we were both very skeptical about whether this was going to work or not, we took 12 people, and we put them into our own controlled study. Now, we couldn't sequester them and follow what they were eating on a day-to-day basis. That was the one variable that we really didn't have the control over. So we couldn't make sure that they were only eating the 500 calories. But what we did do during that time is we had a weigh-in every morning, and we gave them their HCG every morning. So we controlled as much of that as possible. And we questioned them and we asked them to provide a journal of what they were eating and everything else. So we tried to control as much of that as we could. In that 23 days, okay, of those 12 people, the least amount of fat loss or the least amount of weight that was noticed on the scale was 18 pounds.
And the most was 42 pounds in 23 days.
So what you're saying is you can absolutely guarantee the program that you provide, you just can't guarantee the people will do it right.
That's exactly right. So when we say these 12 people in our study, out of that, in 23 days, the average weight loss was 24.9 pounds. That's pretty close to a pound a day, you have to admit.
And it's safe.
Absolutely safe.
It's a natural hormone.
This HCG diet just sounds almost too good to be true, the miracle diet. I can only imagine some people come in and say, oh, come on, this can't really work.
Oh, that's a great question, because a lot of times in our orientations, we'll have a husband and wife come in together. He's there to support her, and she's going to do the program, he's not. He's the biggest skeptic in the world. And he says, well, you know, I'm going to do the diet. I'll eat the same thing she's eating, but I'm not going to do the HCG. Well, he lasts about 3 days on it, and then he's just, oh, I can't do this. Why? The HCG is needed there to help them burn the fat. But the motivation, I mean, he sees his wife all of a sudden, honey, you're looking good. And then he's finally coming around to saying, you know what, I didn't think this was work, but it's really working. And then guess who shows up at our next orientation?
Oh, yeah.
Hubby. Now, Brandy, one thing that is important to remember is HCG has never been approved by the FDA for weight loss. It's approved for infertility and different issues like that. And you may wonder why, and it is probably due to the fact that the weight loss industry lobbies back in Washington, D.C. are so powerful they lobby Congress not to pass it. I doubt if it ever will be passed just because of its effectivity. It works wonderfully well.
Let's talk about the injections. Why are people so afraid of them?
In our orientations, I always ask, what do you think the hardest part about doing HCG is? And they say, giving myself a shot. And I say, that's what everybody thinks. But by the time we show them how to do it and have them do it to themselves one time, they say, oh, that wasn't bad at all. And then it's over.
Nobody has ever, not one person has ever come back to us and said, boy, that was the worst experience. After a day or two, or after the first one that they give themselves, it's a no-brainer. It's so easy. And it's reinforced by 1 pound of fat lost every single day.